There came a time in the editing of my third draft when I came upon a section of my book that, well, really sucked. Okay, I won't be too hard on myself. I thought this would be a good place to start the video series I've been thinking about for a long time. My writing journey is a video series where I document the progress through the book that I'm writing right now, all the way to publication or finishing or whatever. And maybe it might be a little helpful to you too. So, let's talk about why this section of my book didn't work. So, this section goes on for about a chapter in my book, and upon revisiting it, I realized it needed a lot of work. The problems had to do with my past self setting up a bunch of stuff that didn't work, going on a tangent that didn't work, things that didn't make sense within the story, going off in a direction that didn't work, and doing things that didn't work. I tried to fix it. So often when I read sections like this in my book, instead of just going through like, oh, I like the sentence, I'll take that and add a little bit more in here, then copy and paste, and no, I just rewrite it. I take a bunch of notes, or I figure out exactly what happens in the scene, and the stuff I want to keep, and the stuff I want to cut, and I rewrote it. And it wasn't just the plot of this little section that had some problems, it was the characters. Earlier in the editing, I had tweaked a character's personality a bit, or I had them make a change to their personality. But their new personality didn't fit with the events that happened in this section. So I had to rework it so that this character would still be able to do things, yet they still didn't lose that new personality I'd rewritten in for them. I also cut an entire character and filled that character's role with a character that needed a new introduction. Basically what happened is that there is a character introduction in that section, and the character introduction had to do with a plot hole and a bunch of events that just did not work at all. So what I did is I had to cut that introduction, but I knew I had to introduce this character somewhere. So when I cut this other character from the scene, I decided to fill their role with this character that had lost their introduction. So that's another thing I had to do. So you know when you thought you had a really good idea or a really clever idea, but it wasn't actually that good at all? Well, I had that problem with this scene. I had to think of a new way for this event that happened in the scene to happen that didn't not make sense and didn't clash with other parts of the narrative. I had to find a new solution, and often just sitting there thinking and racking your brains trying to think of a new solution doesn't really get you anywhere. You often go in circles. So, what I often do when I just have to think of ideas is I just go for a walk. I went for a walk and I thought about the problem, and I thought about all the facts that I knew, like a detective. So I thought about how I could make this event happen in a clever way, which made the reader go, oh, remember that? And oh, he dropped a clue over there. That's what I really love when reading a book. And during that walk, I came up with a solution. It may not be the most amazing solution ever, but it was a solution, and I could grow from it and work with it. So that was the last thing I needed to do that section to make it work better. I needed to orchestrate this event that had to happen in a clever way that didn't clash with other parts of the story and make the readers go, whoa. All of that editing took about 2 days, where I edited for an hour or two, and there's still a little bit more left to do, but I figured out all the issues and I've diagnosed them and I've found a cure. And that's the most important thing, because once I know where I'm going, I'm good. There's still a new section I need to add in to make all of that tie up, but that's not going to be too hard because I know exactly how that's going to go. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is my writing journey where I talk about the journey of writing a book, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Never stop reading.